Alright, let's
Who's
pod.
ready?
Let's pod some cast.
Let's do it. 3 peas in a podcast.
What's the about
Oh my god.
pasta? Our custom blend of grain.
Went to play the song, and an ad started playing.
You have to keep this whole intro.
I don't think Jeremy heard my hilarious joke.
I heard you. 3 P's in a podcast. That should have been the name of our podcast.
Shut up. That would have been good.
Gold. That's what season 2 will be called. What meatball?
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Ugh. The dark and mysterious person.
Sean, what is that camera angle?
I'm upside down.
I didn't even. I didn't even realize what was just going on.
I'm back to norm.
Oh, my laptop is dead and the charger has been destroyed in battle.
You'll just have to
You-
dig it out of here.
You've had the laptop for like 2 weeks.
I had this laptop forever.
3 months. And the charger is destroyed.
Yeah.
I've had my laptop for like 3 years. And it's still
Well-
going strong.
Josie destroyed it.
How awful.
So Jeremy, you pull up that plot, and I'm gonna pull up the plot in my mind.
Me too. I just seen the movie a couple weeks ago, so I should be good.
And we're just gonna flow right through with each other.
Okay. We are talking about the film Terrifier. We already covered Arthur the Clown. I questioned if that was his name.
Art.
Art.
Yeah, his
the
name's
clown.
Art the Clown.
You call him Arthur.
Well, my question was if Arthur was like if Art was short for Arthur. That was my question.
I'm assuming not,
Me neither.
because I
assuming
think
it's a
he's
stage.
painting at the beginning of the movie, isn't he?
I think
Oh,
so,
yeah.
yeah. I think it's a stage name.
And he makes art in the bathroom of the restaurant
Oh, he sure does.
Huh.
with his feces,
How fun.
as one would, you know.
What a grand old day.
He also
So-
got caught doing the no-no in the bathroom.
He was what?
He got caught doing the hanky-panky in the bathroom.
I think that was just what the guy accused him of doing. I don't think he actually did it.
Well, you don't know with this guy, because he's pretty creepy.
I think he did.
Yeah, I think the movie makes like the excuse of being on Halloween as like a poor excuse, because like even though it's Halloween, people dress like that, but he's acting like really weird.
Yeah.
I feel like it still wouldn't fly no matter what day of the year it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys are you guys aware of how this movie came about?
Yes.
Would you like to explain? Because I don't feel like reading it and trying to summarize it on the air.
Well, just a quick summary. It was originally a short story from this movie called All Hallows Eve, and that was like kind of an anthology horror movie where these kids get a tape in their trick-or-treat bag, and it has different stories involving Art the Clown. And this movie is basically like kind of like a remake of the last tape, just extended.
So it's not canon, right?
No, they're not related to each other in a way. They're just like the same character.
Because I started watching All Hallows Eve and it just looked awful. I don't think I even got to the Art the Clown part.
Yeah, they had a different actor.
It's like they just picked a random story from that and just decided to make it its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like crowdfunded? You know?
I don't know.
I'm reading right now. Actually, they announced a crowdfunding campaign in 2015 to make a feature-length spin-off of All Hallows Eve. Easy, Sean.
Hmm?
I just heard a bunch of noise coming from your end.
Oh, I don't know why. I wasn't doing nothing.
So yeah, in 2015 they announced a crowdfunding, like an Indiegogo thing to fund a spin-off of All Hallows Eve, which essentially became Terrifier. I don't know how quickly they. There's a lot of noise going on right now.
I think we're good.
Okay. Sean, stop it.
Wait, I think I know what it is. Hold on.
Yes, that's it.
It's the microphone rubbing against my shirt.
That's what we told you 25 minutes ago.
Oh.
That it was your microphone.
I didn't know why, though.
Okay. So I don't know how quickly they became or they got the crowdfunding for the first one, but I know that this one was so popular that the second one got crowdfunded in like an hour or something like that. Like it reached their goal. Because the way crowdfunding works, I don't know if you guys know. You set like a certain goal, and it's like people can buy Blu-rays and buy like props and stuff, and all the money that they make from that goes toward the movie. So like they'll sell a Blu-ray for like $25, and that $25 goes toward the movie, and they'll be like, hey, we need like $50,000 to make this movie, and then they'll just try to sell stuff and eventually try to reach that goal.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like fan-made movies, kind of.
Yeah. Which there's a lot of nowadays.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Terrifier? Is Terrifier a word?
I don't know. I
guess
it.
so.
I don't know if it's a real word.
I liked 98% of the movie.
Yeah, me too. I didn't like the end.
Yeah.
I didn't like the very end, and I didn't like the very beginning.
I think it's kind of one of those cases where like slasher films don't work nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you read the description of the movie, it says it's like an 80s throwback type movie.
Yeah. And I don't think they work.
I think it really could have worked in this case, though. Because they had the character to make it work.
that's why it's so frustrating because like the like the first movie in a franchise is supposed to be the best one,
Hmm.
and it's like they already made it, and it's just like it's okay, you know.
Yeah.
Like very few um like slasher franchises start off with a bad movie. Like
Yeah.
very few successful ones start off with a bad movie.
Friday
Like
the
not that
13th.
this one's bad. Like I think it's okay. Um, it's just I don't know if it's like sloppy writing or boring writing, but I don't know. There's like long stretches of this movie where like nothing happens.
Yeah, because they're kind of like trying to develop these characters, but they didn't need developed because they didn't really mean
And it's
anything.
weird. It's weird because it like it's only 82 minutes or something like that.
Hmm.
And I was like watching the movie and I was like, it's only 82 minutes. We have to be like an hour in by now. And like 20 minutes pass and nothing has happened.
That's
I mean,
just creepy.
he's such a like a good and unique character, but they didn't do anything with him.
Yeah.
Like it says they only made it on $100,000. So like I understand, but I don't know. It like the like 80% of the movie takes place in that apartment building. And I just
Hmm.
feel like there's not much you can do in there.
I was gonna say, why is the whole apartment building empty?
Um I mean, I don't know if it's abandoned. Well, it can't be abandoned because there's an exterminator there trying to clean it out.
Oh, maybe
Maybe.
that's why it's empty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's empty because they only had $100,000 and couldn't afford actors. But
Fair enough.
Movie
I guess
logic, I guess, because
I guess the like the explanation is that there's an exterminator there. Maybe that's why it's empty.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but that girl was there with the baby.
Yeah, I don't understand why she was walking around with the baby. Like, do they even explain that?
I think she was
No,
like a squatter or a homeless woman.
yeah, she was just creepy and crazy.
So she doesn't live there.
She
I don't
started
think so.
cuddling Art.
Yeah.
So she doesn't live there. She's just like passing through.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe.
I thought she did live there because she told the one girl that she was the new neighbor. And then said none of the other neighbors last long.
Yeah, but she wasn't all there. So I just
Maybe
got the
maybe she doesn't live there and she's just familiar. Like maybe she just passes through there often.
yeah, or maybe she used to live there or something.
I don't know. Okay. So we begin. Um so it starts with this like weird, not weird. It starts with this deformed lady on the TV, and she's explaining like her encounter with Art.
Hmm.
And are you supposed to think that that the girl in this movie was the one that's like that she survived the encounter we're about to see?
Yeah, I
Or
think.
okay,
Yeah,
because
I thought it was.
when I first watched it, I was under the impression that it was like a previous encounter.
I thought it was the girl that ended up. I thought it was the girl in the skeleton costume when I first
Oh,
watched it.
what is her name? Tara, correct?
Because I thought she was the main character.
So did I. She was my favorite.
Mine too.
I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but for some reason, when I watched this movie the second time, because this was the second time I watched it, I thought Tara was the girl that lived until the end. And then when I was watching this time, she died like halfway through.
And
I
then
was like,
it's her
wait.
sister.
Yeah. And I was like, wait. Because for some reason, I remember her surviving the whole movie. So, like, when I was watching it this time, I thought that Tara was like the deformed girl too.
Yeah.
Because I remember the twist from the first time that the lady with the deformed face was in this encounter, but I thought it was Tara. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
they pulled a Psycho.
But it's like it was with a far less star than Psycho.
Yeah.
So Art's the one actually watching the TV show, and like the TV is like static because I don't think they had the budget to make like convincing makeup. So they kind of made her like gross looking and then made the TV static so you don't really see it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And then like the interviewer is like backstage. Isn't he like making fun of not making fun of, but he's like insulting the girl. Is that what happened?
Well, that woman that was interviewing her, yeah.
Yeah,
She was on the phone. She was on the phone with somebody, and she was like, yeah, she was kind of like downing her. And she said something like, if I ever look like that, put me out of my misery.
And then she ends up killing the interviewer. And like, I don't understand why.
I think she heard her talking.
Because you're going to jail now.
She heard
So what's
her
the
throwing
point?
shade. Or did she just disfigure her?
I thought she killed her.
I kind of remember her just disfiguring her.
Either way, she's going to jail.
Yeah, you're right.
But that actress that played the interviewer, she was actually in All Hallows Eve too.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she played the babysitter of the two kids that got the tape.
We need to cover All Hallows Eve. We should have did that first.
It's not great. Or good.
Yeah, I don't like anthology movies. So this is when we meet the two kind of main girls.
Yeah.
That don't last very long. What's the girl's name? Tara, and I think Dawn is the other girl. Right?
I think so. I can't remember the
Yeah,
name.
it's Dawn. Yeah, it's Dawn. And they talk about peeing a lot. And it's almost like the first time we see Art in like his full costume, because we see him getting ready. The first time we see him in his full costume, he's just walking down the street.
And he
and
has
I think
that
that's
black
like
trash bag.
It's like a lame way to introduce your villain, because he's just moseying down the street,
being creepy.
Yeah, and then he sees Laura and her friend.
Tara, not Laura.
Laura.
Tara, with a T.
Tara.
Yes. Tara
Potato,
with a T.
Potato.
Tara with a okay. Oh, I'm playing Tomb Raider and her name's Laura. That's why I said
that. an easy mix up. Terrifier and Tomb Raider.
Well, it's just the names.
They both start with a T.
Shared universe. Tomb Raider, Terrifier.
Maybe.
They should.
Going through caves and just Art the Clown is there. Pooping on the
Oh,
walls
That
of the
would be
cave.
terrifying.
Yeah, I
That would
would.
be worse than running into a mountain lion.
Yeah, I'll take my chances with the mountain lion.
Mhm. But yeah, they are out on Halloween, and they're drunk and they're hungry,
Mm-hmm.
and then they see Art the Clown, and then they go to this. It almost looks like a Waffle House, but it's not. It's like a pizza place or something.
Yeah, and then Art comes in and sits at the table and stares at them.
And I was creeped out the first time I saw that. I was like, I'm very uncomfortable. The
Yeah,
way
and
he
then
stares.
Tara's friend starts making her flirt with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the problem. Like it's Halloween, but like that's their reason
Can't just
for him
follow
acting
girls
like
into
this.
a restaurant.
Like
Yeah,
even if it's Halloween, you can't act like this.
can't
Yeah.
And
follow girls and
no one's
stare at them.
no one's questioning it just because it's Halloween.
Until he goes
So-
into the bathroom and gets caught doing the dirt.
Yeah,
The
making
dirt.
dirt.
and
Yeah,
that's just a stupid addition to like why does he do that?
You couldn't
It's
help
like
it.
it's like a cheap gross out thing that they just throw in there.
Just to be a jerk.
Like he's pooping on the walls and writing art with his poop. Like it's not I don't know. It's just stupid. It's like a teenager trying to be edgy in his horror movie. Like, oh, let's make him poop on the wall.
Yeah, I think they
Like-
put it in there just because he does it in the short film too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, but they could have left it out or replaced it with something different.
So you might have said this already, but is the short the Terrifier short? Is it in All Hallows Eve?
Yeah. I mean, he's a presence in every single short story, but yeah, this movie was like the last short story. But they
Okay.
changed quite a bit too.
Okay. I have in my notes that Tara just has like a good final girl look. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
she
Yeah.
which is why I thought that she survived till the end, because I thought she was like she just looks like the hero of the story.
Yeah.
And to my
I like
surprise,
her. Not so much.
So yeah, they're like taking selfies. Well, the blonde girl is taking selfies with Art. Tara, who is the smart one, is actually like she's the only one that questions his behavior,
Mhm.
because the blonde one just thinks it's funny.
Yeah, it's not funny.
It is
I would
not.
not be laughing.
Nothing funny about a clown staring you down from across the diner.
Not
matter
even
what the-
across the night.
No matter what day
Just
of the
in,
year
like,
it is.
2 tables over.
Yeah.
No matter what day of the year it is, it's not okay.
Mm-mm.
Don't do it.
And don't rub your feces on bathroom walls either.
No, don't do it. And they make the guy
Not right.
who cooks the food clean it up. Because the manager's
Yeah.
like, I'm not doing it. So like
And
that
he said
guy's
he was
cleaning up
leaving.
poop, and then he's making pizza.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that.
He
Because
actually
he
said
says,
that in the movie too.
yeah, he says something like you make the guy cooking food clean this up or whatever.
He said if he's not making time and a half, he's leaving.
Oh, but by that point, the
Yeah,
disaster had already struck.
They kicked him out. One of the girls left. And I don't know why they parked on the side of the road to go to this pizza place. But they had a flat tire when they came back to their car.
Doesn't Art slash the tire? Isn't that why?
Yeah, but I don't know why they parked there.
Where would you like them to park?
In the parking lot.
I don't think there is a parking lot. Because I think it's like a city thing. Because it's like if you're in like a downtown area, like I don't think they have parking lots.
Maybe.
I think that's what it is. Like I think that was the parking place on the side of the road.
In front of this shady apartment building. But yeah. Art went back to the restaurant after he was kicked out.
Maybe this movie has this movie has like a toilet fetish because the girls spend half the movie talking about how they have to pee.
We have to research this director.
Like Art's pooping on the wall, and the girls are talking about having to pee. Yeah, so they sit in the car, and like this is where you can tell they're like padding the time. I mean, I guess because they had a small budget, they didn't have a lot of they probably couldn't shoot as much as they wanted to.
Yeah.
So they just have them sitting in the car talking about how they have to pee. And for some reason, like she can't go pee in the diner because the bathroom in the diner is destroyed. So her idea is to go into this like shady apartment building and seeing if she could pee in there.
Because they were stuck on the road and they had to wait for help.
What'd you say?
Because they were stuck on the road and they had to wait for help, and she had to go.
Yeah, so
she could not hold it.
Yeah.
So they go into So Tara goes into the apartment building, and the exterminator is even like really creepy. Like everybody in this building is creepy.
Yep. The exterminator, the homeless woman, everybody.
I think you're covering your microphone, Steven.
Is it better?
Yeah. You're good. So yeah. Like I don't know if it's just because they had to drag out the plot, but like yeah, they're going to the bathroom. So the exterminator shows Tara where the bathroom is. I suppose it might be saying her name wrong the whole time. Maybe it's Tara. Is it Tara or Tara?
I think it could be either.
Universal.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dawn stays in the car, and that's when she hears over the radio that the people, like the two guys at the diner, got killed. And as she is listening to it, she she thinks Tara is getting back in the car, and she looks over, and Art is actually in the car,
smiling at her.
Because like they say on the what they say on the radio that this clown was the one who did the killing.
They did.
So yeah. I think they like If I remember correctly, they just cut it there. Like she screams and then they just end the scene.
Yeah, and it moves back to Tara. Tara.
So yeah, the next thing I have in my notes is, I think we already covered this, but I just wrote, someone explain the cat lady, because that's her name, the cat lady.
Yeah. I know they call her cat lady, but she has a doll.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think you guys really understand her either. Like we talked about this. Is she's like a squatter or something?
Yeah. With a bad
So
past. I'm assuming she lost her child or something.
yeah, like maybe she had a child that died or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something happened in her past that made her like this.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, you all right over there?
Yeah.
I just see the ceiling on your screen.
My phone's laying on my chest.
Sean's gonna be asleep in 2 minutes.
I'm not even. No.
So yeah, Art gets into the apartment building and like is chasing after Tara, and there's like a
I love his first appearance in the apartment building.
mhm.
Because he's just standing there and she's like, oh crap.
Yeah. And like she's the one who sensed it before, but like for some reason this is the time where she's like, or like she finally realizes something is weird with this guy.
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to believe that Dawn is dead because they don't show her get kidnapped or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I was expecting an off-screen death at first. Because the other ones basically were for the most part.
Wait, Tara's friend?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they showed her. They showed the Terrifier. I don't know why I called him that. They showed Art in the car with her.
Yeah, but like she screams, and then I think we're just supposed to think that she's dead.
Oh yeah, I did think she was dead.
Like they don't show him actually taking her into the building or anything.
Yeah.
We forgot to say that they like when their tires get slashed, they call Tara's sister. So
I said that.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear you.
I did.
So she
And
spends
how-
like, oh, go ahead.
How mad would you be if you got called to fix a tire and you got pulled into that mess instead?
Well, I think I would be more scared than mad because when she got there, her sister was dead.
Yeah,
I think I'd be both mad and
but she's spending like a half hour of this movie just like in the car. Like we occasionally cut to her because they have to pad the screen time, and she's like listening to the radio. And I think there's like some like breaking news thing about Art. They don't call him Art or anything, but so like she's kind of familiar that there's something strange going on.
amiss.
Yeah, something something's afoot.
Evil afoot.
Evil.
Spooky.
So there's like a long uneventful chase scene pretty much. Like I know at one point Tara is like hiding in the car or like behind the car from Art, and she like pokes her whole head out. Okay. So this is the part where Tara is like she hunts down the cleaning guy and he has his headphones in. And
I think that's one of the cliche moments too. I'm like, oh, he happens to have headphones in.
And Art like grabs her and like drugs her, and then she wakes up, and that's where we find Dawn, who is chained upside down, naked, and
Mm-hmm.
I think this is
And
where
it's
they
like
blew the
the
budget.
movies. Yeah, I think that's one of the most memorable scene in the whole movie. Because
Yeah,
I watched the movie by myself, and then I watched it with friends the one time,
hmm
and they specifically remember that scene, and then the scene where he cuts the woman's chest off and he's wearing it.
yeah, the cat
Like
lady.
those two standout scenes. Yeah. But yeah, he sawed her in half, and
Um,
he made Tara watch because she was tied up to that chair because he drugged her.
yeah, I don't know. I just think it's way over the top for this movie. Um, I don't know.
Yeah, it
I
kind of.
wasn't a I wasn't a huge fan.
I think I like the death scenes in the movie because it shows how far he really can go.
Yeah. So
Because up until that point, I mean, he was carving the guys' faces at the restaurant and stuff, but we never saw like really how far he would go
and he
with
cuts the
stuff.
one
Like
guy's
we thought,
hand
oh,
off.
yeah,
So Tara ends up escaping, and like Art is one of the very
no,
few like the slasher villains who use a gun, because he just pulls out a gun
mm-hmm.
and shoots Tara in the face, and not in the face. Is it in the face?
I think he shot her.
I think he
Like,
eventually does.
yeah, yeah, he shot her a few times, like enough
Uh,
to like incapacitate her and not make her. Well, he shot her in the leg, maybe, and
so
then he shot her in the face.
so this is where I was confused, because for like the entire movie up to this point, because it's the second time I saw the movie, but it's been like over 2 years since I saw it. I
Mm-hmm.
thought Tara lived through the whole movie. Like
Yeah,
I, for some reason, I don't remember her dying at all, or like even getting her face destroyed. Because
yeah, because he like
even if
unloaded
I
the
were
gun.
yeah, even if I were to think that this was that the girl in the beginning was Tara, like I just thought that she survived and was fine.
Yeah,
Um, so
yeah, I thought
I
she
think
was gonna survive it until he just like unloaded the gun on her, and yeah, like, I was like, yeah, there's no way she survived being shot in the face a bunch of times like that.
mhm. So Vicky, who is Tara's sister,
The
she
actual
gets
main
there.
girl, who I feel like didn't look like the final girl as much as Tara did.
Yeah, Tara had the better look as the final girl.
Yeah,
Um, she finally decides to do something in the movie besides drive around in the car.
yeah, she must live
She
far away.
so she's texting Tara, and like Art takes the phone and is like instructing her to like on where to go.
Hmm. Oh yeah, one of my favorite moments was when he took a selfie with Dawn
Oh
after
yeah,
he killed her.
I forgot about
Because
that.
he does these funny things too. It's
hmm
almost like Freddy Krueger in a way.
Okay. After many technical difficulties, we're back on night 2 of covering Terrifier,
Hmm,
and it's late, so
so much.
we're going to skip through the final like 20 minutes of the movie or so. Vicky doesn't do much anyway. Um,
Yeah,
it's like a lot of a cat and mouse game. Yes.
Yeah, that's basically what
the
the
one,
rest of the movie
one thing I
was.
did want to question was when Art sees the girl with the baby doll, like the cat lady.
Hmm.
For some like I think he kills her, correct?
Yeah,
And she like
yeah.
he takes the baby and like cradles it or whatever. So I don't know if
Hmm.
that was like something hinting back to his past or whatever.
Or if maybe he was just messing with her.
Yeah, is I'm not sure if he's actually a person or not. Like,
I don't.
is he just a regular guy, or is he like a demon thing?
That's what I thought until the end.
He was a
Yeah,
normal
I
guy.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think he's human. And after the ending,
Yeah, I didn't either. Um. So yeah, I don't know. I
which
just kind
kind
of go ahead.
which kind of ruins it in a way. I think it would have been much more creepy if he was just a regular guy.
And it was like a one-off movie where he shoots
Yeah,
himself and dies, or he were to
yeah,
escape and there would be a
or
sequel.
something.
Uh. So
Yeah, either
yeah,
one of those would have worked better than the ending that they gave, I thought.
I'm not really a huge fan of Key being the main girl.
Me neither.
Um. Like I think Tara should have been the main girl to like the final girl.
Yeah, like maybe Vicky still could have been there, but she could have died instead. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, not a lot happens. There's like a creepy thing where Art is riding a bike around.
I like that.
Yeah,
And the whole scene where he was wearing the cat lady's chest.
he like he cuts her boobs and I think her face off or something. Is it
It
her
was like
face?
her hair,
Yeah, like he scalps her.
and he
So,
was
I mean, he
wearing.
has. I mean, I guess he's a clown, so he does like playful things.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of cool.
Brutally.
Yeah. Um. So the like both exterminators get killed. I know that.
Yeah. The one was almost smart.
Who calls the cops? Because I remember toward the end the cops showing up.
Yeah, it was the bald exterminator.
And yeah, he calls the cops, and I don't remember if he dies or anything. I know he
Yeah,
dies, but I don't remember his death.
me neither. I think he just got. I know they broke into that weird, it looked like a trailer or something.
Yeah. So
And Art found them.
so I wrote down in my notes that Vicky like escapes. She she's stupid and she just stops. She she
Yeah,
she like gets out and she stops, and then it like gives him enough time to like, catch up and get a weapon and everything. Um,
and she like went back into the building when she did get out, and I was like, why wouldn't you just keep running while you're outside?
yeah, she's not smart at all. Like Tara was a lot smarter than Vicky is.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she's in like that shed thing, and Art ends up driving the he drives like a truck through the shed, and um as the police are showing up, he's like eating Vicky's face.
Mhm.
and that's when it's like I guess it's a twist that Vicky was the girl from the very beginning who is being interviewed and ends up like stabbing the interviewer.
Yeah.
So the cops break in as he's eating her face, and they're like they hold up a gun to him, and instead of him like surrendering or attacking the cops, he shoots himself, like we said. And I don't know.
And they
I'm
find
not a
out
fan.
Vicky's no, me neither. And they find out she's still alive with her face all
Yeah.
eaten.
Yeah, what a terrible way to well not die, but
To keep going or surviving an
right.
event like that.
So they pay tribute to Halloween Resurrection.
Oh God.
I don't think they actually do, but yeah, they take Art to the coroner, and he ends up attacking the coroner, like how Michael Myers just opens his eyes at the end of Halloween Resurrection.
hmm It also
So
reminded me of the Black Christmas remake when they were in the court. Billy and Agnes were in the coroner's office, and they woke up as soon as the bags were opened.
yeah, it's like another kind of like cheap way to bring back your horror movie villain to just have him wake up in the hospital or like the morgue.
hmm It was creepy how he still had that smile on his face when they zipped the bag open.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. That is creepy.
It could
That's
have
like one of
ended
the
there.
things. That's like one of the things I will give this movie. Like, it does have a lot of like lazy writing, and they do pad the screen time. But the guy who plays Art the Clown is very, very good.
hmm Yeah.
I haven't seen the shorts, so I don't know how the other guy is who plays him. But I really do like the guy who plays him in this one.
I like the guy who plays him in Terrifier better.
I'll have to check out the short, or
I
like
think
at
he
least probably the whole movie actually, All Hallows Eve.
yeah. I think he looks creepier in Terrifier.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Oh yeah, that was Terrifier.
And now they're making part 2, and I wonder how it's gonna go.
I'm excited for it, but
I'm
I know,
excited but nervous.
like I said earlier in the episode, they did another crowdfunding to make this movie because for some reason they can't get a studio to fund this thing. I don't know why, but they reached their goal in like an hour or whatever it was. I think they raised like
hmm
200,000. They probably reached
Cool.
over that actually, but I don't know if 200,000 was the budget, but I know it was more than what they had for this movie.
So that's good.
So yeah, um, even though it wasn't great, um, it's nice. It's nice to see somebody attempting to make decent slasher movies.
Yeah, because there's
They're
really
they're
not
very
much.
they're very far and few between. Like Hellfest was one of them. I wasn't a fan.
I like that one,
Um,
except for the
hopefully
ending.
with
Well, not the ending, but the way they killed off 2 of the friends in the crowd, all random.
yeah,
I actually did like the ending of that movie.
I'm still holding out hope because we had a sequel to The Strangers and Halloween and Let's Play remake that slasher movies will make a comeback and we'll actually get um, some good modern day slashers. I just don't know how they would work.
Me neither. I mean, they had
Yeah,
They
it's
tried
almost
that.
like it's almost like everything that that can be done has been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Terrifier they did a decent job on Terrifier.
Hmm.
Just a lot of padding of the runtime, and I didn't like how they killed off Tara.
Mm-mm.
I recommend it.
Yeah, it's like how like Halloween, the stars of the movie are Laurie and Michael, and then Nightmare on Elm Street would be Nancy and Freddy. This movie didn't really have the hero; it just had Art the Clown.
Yeah,
I think that
it's
was my
like
main issue with it.
yeah, because I think Tara would have been like she would have been a good final girl to begin with, and she
Hmm.
was like she had the look and she was good enough to be like a I guess a co-star in the future Terrifier movies.
Yeah,
Maybe they're not going for that. I don't know.
and maybe it'll be
But
something completely different.
maybe they're just doing a bunch of like random incidents. Because even in
Yeah,
Friday the 13th, like Tommy Jarvis doesn't make an appearance until the fourth movie,
hmm
and then he's only in 4 through 6.
yeah,
And they kill off the girl from the final girl from the first movie. They kill her off at the beginning of the second one. So
I hate that. Nightmare on Elm Street did that in 3 and 4.
yeah, they killed off everybody at the beginning of 4, and then they had a bunch of new people.
Yeah,
And 3 is one of the better ones, so I don't know why you would kill off everybody good from 3.
yeah. I was kind of mad Nancy died too.
Yeah.
It wasn't right, but
We'll
but we,
cover the Nightmare on Elm Street movies in the future.
yeah,
So yeah, we are not going to do weekly recommendations because it is late. So we are going to wrap this episode up. Is there anything else you have left?
no, just that. I think if they keep going and they want to make a franchise, I think they could, but I don't want them to mess it up and make everything kind of the route they're going, where everything's supernatural, because we already have enough supernatural movies out now. They're
Yeah,
bringing Insidious back for part 5, and The Conjuring has stuff coming out, so we don't really need any more supernatural movies. And all of the indie horror movies now are always supernatural too.
yeah, ghost movies appear to be the like what's trending in horror movies.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what they do with the second one.
They do have a like a good face to a franchise.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause even if you don't like the movie, like I know me and you both, we at least like it. But even
Hmm.
for those who don't like the movie, you kind of have to admit
Well,
that Art the Clown is a good villain.
yeah, he's definitely memorable.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yep, that's about it.
Okay. Um, this episode will be up. I'm not going to say a date because I don't want to have something go
A-
wrong and it not be up by then. But
ASAP.
we will be uploading another episode on Friday the 13th. We'll be covering Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. It was not the final Friday.
No. They even knew when they made it wasn't the final Friday.
I know. So yeah, that's all I got. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. I want to start using the
Twitter
Twitter
account.
account.
Yeah, is in the process of being finished.
Like us on Facebook and give us a rating wherever you listen to your podcasts.
We're currently accepting 4 and 5-star only, maybe 3.
And 3 or lower goes to Steven's DMs. Voice your complaints there. And we just attempted those topics.
We need outro music.